Hello, Stampers. It's Elizabeth. Hello, Sandy. Welcome. It's Elizabeth, and it is Monday, December 4th, 2023. It is 8 p.m., and we are on day 4 of the 12 days of creativity. Thanks for joining in, Sandy. I'm just waiting for, this is also broadcasting on Facebook. I have to tell you, I've told you at the beginning why I've selected 8 p.m. is because I knew there was going to be some late nights at work, and this is one of them. And I just got home from work and I ate a quick sandwich, haven't changed, but I love today's project. It's a card. I'm not going to say it's a quick card like we had before, but I really like it. We've got a little bit of gold embossing. We've got a little bit of watercoloring. We're using the deckled rectangle dies. It's an unusual, maybe not so unusual color for Christmas. I'm using Blackberry Bliss, which is not a color I normally use. I think that's it. And Granny Apple Green. So we're incorporating a whole bunch of things in this. So I hope everyone is doing well. I am missing my guilty pleasure, which is 90 Day Fiancé the other way. So it's the tell all is on now, so it's up on the screen. So, so if you see my eyes gaze up, that's what it is. All right, so I am going to get right into it. As always, this will be aired. This will be available for you to watch at a later time if you can't make it. What we do need, one other thing we do need, are 2 blocks. Two blocks as well. All right. Oh, and a cup of water and some aqua painters. I have an old one here, but I'm sure that if you don't have an old one, I've got the new ones here too, but I haven't opened them up yet, so I'm going to be using the old one. But I forgot, I do need a towel. So it's, hold on one second. I had tossed it on the floor, just an old rag, an old towel. I got a couple eyes on me now, so hola. Let me see somebody might be on Facebook. There we go. So I can see I've got my iPad here as well. All right, so I'm going to get overhead and I'm going to show you the card and how easy it is, but I think it's pretty, how pretty it is. Let me just make sure I put all that away. And there we go. So this is the card. And you'll see we've got some splattering here, some gold splattering. 'Tis the season, and we've got some gold splattering on this deckled rectangle. And then on the inside, it says Merry Christmas. And I've already got it damaged because I wasn't very careful on the weekend. And I'm also using the All That dies, which are one of my favorite dies. We're using the oval here and this banner, arrow banner, just to give it a little bit of detail up here. And also one of my favorite stamp sets from the annual catalog, which I've had a class event using this. I did a customer class a couple of weeks ago using this. I love this set, and we're going to use 'Tis the Season and the Merry Christmas because that font is pretty awesome. I'm going to give you a couple of hints on masking. So I'm sure we all have washi tape hanging around the house. There was a time where washi tape was really the thing, but I was never a fan of the washi tape. I found that it always fell off. It didn't stick very well. So I use it to do some masking, and that's what we're going to do here. So as always, it's a standard card size in North America, 8.5 by 5.5, scored at 4 1/4. I have the piece of basic white for the inside, which is 5 1/4 by 4. I have used the deckled rectangles, and I've cut multiples of them out because I was doing a lot of playing on the weekend, and I'll show you some hints. So here was one that I had done, but when you mask it, don't take the water too far over or you'll go past the masking. I wanted to give it a little bit more detail, so I just drew on here the lines. It's up to you whether you like it or not. I ended up not doing it on that one. And cards will all look different. And then this one is on the larger deckled rectangle die. All right. So I liked the smaller one better. So let's start off first by embossing the front of it. And I've got my embossing buddy here. And I'm just going to run it over. And I'm using gold embossing powder. Oh, hold on a second. Did I put stuff away? No, I didn't. I lied to you. And we're also using the Quiet Meadow. I liked this grunge splatter effect here, so I'm using the Quiet Meadow. If you don't have Quiet Meadow, use any of the ones that you have that have sort of speckled, just to give it like detail on your card. Like this. We're getting ready for a Christmas party at work on Thursday night, late Thursday afternoon, Thursday night, and I'm working with one of the EAs on organizing the party, and it was gift card night, so we had to go to the store to get all the gift cards for prizes, and I'm just randomly stamping a couple of splatters from the Quiet Meadow. And I have my gold embossing powder out. We're going to be embossing a few things. And we're embossing on the inside as well. But I just wanted to get the embossing powder on here first, and then I'll heat it all up at once. On my little container here. Okay, so just a little on both corners. Then I am going to stamp the Merry Christmas on here. I did this on the weekend, and I must have cleaned up and put everything away because nothing is on blocks anymore. And then the Merry Christmas. And for the deckled rectangle, I am going to emboss it first, and I'll tell you why when I get there. Oh, did I do a very good job there? I think I must have used that in red and not cleaned it off because it was very sticky. Let's see if this works. Oh no, it worked. Okay, there's Merry Christmas. Isn't that a gorgeous font? See, since it's just you and me, Sandy, that's a gorgeous font. Okay, now I'm going to take this is water, I die cut this out on watercolor paper, just so you know. And I am going to use this and I think I stamped maybe too much on here, but I'm going to stamp it. Maybe not as much on here, maybe like here and maybe here. And I'm going to, the reason why I am embossing this first, I think I have a sample here where I did the watercolor first and then embossed it. And because of the watercolor, even though I used the embossing buddy on it, I found that the embossing powder didn't stick very well. It was very haphazard how it stuck, and I don't know if I have one. Oh, yeah, here we go. This one here. See down here, even though I used the embossing buddy, the embossing powder, because it was wet, didn't stick very well. It stuck where I didn't want it, but this one, I did it the other way around. I embossed it first, and when you color over it with the water, with the inker, it just glides right over the embossing, so it looked nicer. Okay, so give me one sec while we do some heating. You can see it heating up. Okay, now Merry Christmas. I love, love, love this font. And now the Blackberry Bliss. Okay. All right, so that's all done. I'll put that aside. Okay, for the tree, I'm a grid girl. I'm going to put this in the middle of my grid. So I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and there's the center line, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I'm right in the center. I'm going to take a couple of, some of the washi tape. I used one of the washi tapes that was more of a metallic, had a metallic look to it, and it really didn't stick down very well. And so if you're going to use washi tape, I found that this material, this type of material, worked a lot better. And I'm going to put it right at the top there, and then right down to the bottom, and really push that down. You can use painter's tape too if you want. I just have a lot of washi tape that I'm using up, and I'm going to put this up at the top and down on the bottom left-hand corner. And then you have a nice flush or even triangle. And then I'm going to put a piece across the bottom like that. All right. So now this is going to be our tree. And like I said in this example, I wasn't paying a lot of attention, and when I took the watercolor, I went too far out, so I got some on this side. So just be careful when you do that. And I'm going to take my two blocks here, and I've got some Blackberry Bliss, and I'm going to put a blob there, and I have my Granny Apple Green. So while they're not traditional colors, but it's not far off. Blackberry Bliss is more on the red tone, purpley red. And it's up to you. So here I did green first, and here I did the Blackberry Bliss first. And let's see what they did with the actual card. On the actual card I did Blackberry Bliss first. And I found that, okay, so I have my cup of water here, like this. I'm actually not, I've got water in here, but I found it easier just to do this. And I'm going to get some water here and get a puddle. And I found the thinner point easier to work with than the thicker. And I'll show you what I mean. Now, it's up to you how you want to do this. You can do Blackberry Bliss, clean it off, and do the Granny Apple Green, then clean that off, and Blackberry Bliss, and then just alternate. I'm going to do all the Blackberry Bliss, and I'm going to guesstimate as to how the space between them. And when you go put the alternate colors down, if you have more space, you'll put more pressure on the tip so that it becomes wider. And I'll show you what I mean by that. So I'm just going to go across, and like that, there's Blackberry Bliss. Now I'm going to do, it's pretty dark, so I am going to go up again one more. And then I'll come back and do the Granny Apple Green in between. The one thing that you have to be careful of is this is like a plasticky, and you might get some water on that side. So when you peel the tape off, make sure that you don't touch the piece below, because you'll see there's a water mark right there, a water drop, I should say. So, and then one more like that. So there's the Blackberry Bliss. I'm going to clean this off. And I'm going to do the same thing now with the Granny Apple Green. And the more water, obviously, the more water you put on it, the more saturated the color will be. There's not a lot of room in between here, so I'm going to be quite thin, like that. If you wanted to, you could actually take your heat gun and heat up, dry the colors in between. Here we go. You'll see that I had left more space in between there, so I just did a fatter, put more pressure down, so there's a lot of space in there. So I'm just going to make it fatter, or thicker, like that. And then up here at the top, I didn't do a very good job. I know it's going to leak underneath. I didn't do a very good job because that wasn't sealed down all the way. Shoot. Shoot, shoot, shoot. You get the drift. It just. And now I'm going to pull this off. Oh no, I was okay. It was okay. And you're going to pull that down like that. And throw that in the garbage because there will be water on there and color from the aqua painter. And so there is your tree. And this is as simple as this, guys. I'm going to put the Merry Christmas on the inside. It's something a little bit different. If you don't, I don't have a Christmas tree. Well, I do actually. I have the Forever Forest. But if you don't have a Christmas tree in your arsenal, that's okay. You can make one with watercolor and some aqua painters. Look at this. Oh, Elizabeth, I got some dirt on there. There we go. Okay. And now, oh, I forgot to do 'Tis the Season. I already die cut out 'Tis the Season. I didn't put that on the block either. And my embossing buddy. Oops. There we go. And Versamark. One more time of embossing. Like this. I don't know if you're like me, but I have to put the cover on the folder, the bucket of embossing powder, because if I don't, it's going to be all over the place. Yes, I do have tweezers. There we go. Okay, now we're going to assemble it. See, I put a lot more water in this one than this one. This one's quite dark, which I like. I like it actually dark. And I'm popping this up with dimensionals. And I'm putting dimensionals, 3 rows of dimensionals, but I am not putting right to the edge because I am going to tuck something under the edge. And I want to make sure I have room. Like that. I'm trying to get it straight. And I die cut out, here we go, a piece in the More Dazzle in the gold. And I'm just going to tuck it under like that. I didn't do that. I did it up higher. I did it lower on that one, but you know, I'm going to tuck it up a little higher only because I do have dimensionals underneath there. But I could cut it if I wanted to, but I would show more of it. Just adding a little bit of extra detail to the card, like that. Am I straight? I've got to pull it up to me. There we go. And then the 'Tis the Season. I should have used the tweezers, a finger mark on it. And I am going to put this one here like that. And I'm going to put a dimensional on one end and then some Tombow glue on the other. 10 dimensionals and Tombow. There we go. Stick it down. And I'm going to put another dimensional. Has anyone ever done this before? Slid a dimensional in underneath after you've assembled it? I'm sure I'm not the only one that does this. So I've got a dimensional on here and I'm just going to slide it in like that. Just a little bit extra security so that it sits properly. So there is the card. So that was the original. And I actually like this tucked in lower. And so I think I can do it. Let me just double check here. Yep, I can do it. I'm going to cut this down a little bit. And stick it like that. There we go. There we go. There's the two cards. So that's the original. So this is it a lot darker. And that was with the a lot lighter. Here it is again with the darker. And I've seen people do this and where they've colored the edge in almost a juvenile way. I'm not sure if that's, and the same with that one. So if you wanted to, you could take the black Stampin' Write marker and just define the edges, each of the rows. So that's the card. And then on the inside, Merry Christmas. That was day 4. Day 4. So tomorrow we'll be back with another treat packaging, and I hope you like it. It's treat packaging, and it's also using the Sending Cheer bundle, and so that'll be day 4, and it would be really cute, all wrapped up, left for someone special. Candies, not for Rocher this time. All right. Thanks for stopping by today, and we will see you tomorrow again at 8 p.m. and we'll talk to you then. Take care. Bye.